friends, our book summary channel Booksika.
Is it your thinking that is stopping you from moving forward? Do you think only in traditional way or in scientific way? After watching this video, you will be able to change your way of thinking. And if there is any flaw in your thinking, you will be able to improve it. And if you do this, then no one will be able to stop you from achieving success. Think Again, written by Adam Grant. We have divided this book summary into 11 parts.
Please hit like button and subscribe our channel, Booksika. So, let's begin with Booksika.
Part 1: Convention and Alternative Intelligence. Writers start with a story. Once a fire broke out in a forest in America. To extinguish it, firefighters were called. They were instructed to keep their instruments with them, otherwise they would not be able to survive. As soon as the firefighters went into the forest, they saw that the fire was spreading very fast. They started trying to extinguish it. But gradually they were surrounded by fire from all sides. Everyone started running outside with their instruments. But the instruments were heavy and they were not able to run quickly. But one firefighter used his thinking and threw away the instruments. This enabled him to run away faster. In the end, only he could survive. So friends, this example shows that we should not always think in the traditional way. Rather, we should change our thinking according to the situation. You must have seen many famous YouTubers, freelancers, digital marketers, etc. We have to leave our conventional thinking and start thinking in a new way. And we have to see whether we can also earn revenue by learning the methods mentioned above. This is absolutely possible with the right training, hard work, and mentoring. Part 2: 3 types of talkers. Whenever we talk to someone, we mostly do so by adopting these 3 roles. 1. Preacher. When we start explaining to others, most of us come into this role. Instead of understanding others, we start explaining to them. Start giving them long lectures. Without knowing that others may also have some compulsion. Or there could be some point of view. 2. Prosecutors. Being in this role, we want to win every debate. We try to prove our point by giving direct arguments. 3. Politicians. In this role we try to please others. They speak as they want to hear. But behind all this there is manipulation. We want to achieve some objective of ours. So friends, when others talk to us, they are acting in one of these 3 roles only. But this way of talking is wrong. In this we go on speaking without thinking. Instead, we should talk in the role of a scientist. Scientist always talks on the basis of facts, evidence, and data only. Not like an automatic robot. Suppose you start discussing a business idea with your friend. Your friend may say that businesses fail. And after this he will give you a long lecture. He will neither have any data nor evidence, but he will keep speaking like an expert. So this kind of non-scientific conversation only wastes time and nothing else. So start chatting with thinking today. Part 3: Types of Confidence. Friends, 2 types of confidence are found in people: right confidence and wrong confidence. Wrong confidence further is of 2 types: overconfidence and low confidence. People full of overconfidence think that they know a lot, whereas it is not so. People with low confidence think that they do not know anything, whereas he knows a lot more than others. So friends, this type of wrong confidence causes our failure. It does not allow us to know our abilities. That is why we are not able to achieve success in our efforts. Therefore, analyze yourself and see whether you also have these 2 types of wrong confidence. Improve it and keep only right confidence. You must have seen many times that some boys always act like a hero. He feels that he is no less than a superstar. Whereas his personality and acting are also nothing special. So only such people are victims of overconfidence. Part 4: Being wrong is okay. Some people want others to agree with their views. Never say wrong things to him. Of course his views may not be correct. This happens when a person has ego. He cannot tolerate that others are misquoting his ideology. But the author has said that this is also not correct thinking. Maybe your ideology may have been right in the past. But things change with time. In such a situation, you should also change your thoughts and not stick to them. Some people keep praising a party, even if that party has made wrong policies. So instead of blindly following this, we should consider policies with an open mind. And if there is any mistake, then you should give your suggestions on it. This will make the party more powerful and will save it from doing wrong things. It should not be that if I have a party then it will be fine. If someone's father does something wrong, the son should have the courage to explain it to him politely. This doesn't mean that you should keep supporting your father's wrongdoings. Part 5: Conflict Handling. Human is a social animal. And while living in society, conflict is inevitable. But we should also learn to handle conflict in a civilized manner. Conflicts can be of two categories. 1. Task conflict. Such conflicts can occur in any office team. In this, everyone says that this task was not mine. The way to solve this is to divide the task well in the beginning and explain it completely to everyone. 2. Relationship conflict. Such conflicts come in relationships. The reasons for this could be not trusting, not respecting, or cheating, etc. So one should avoid all this and behave with respect and cooperation. This will prevent such conflicts. Always work together. Never bring ego or pride in between. Part 6: Interpersonal thinking. Many times during debate, people start speaking like a preacher. They are imposing their views on others. But this method is wrong. Whenever you have to make an argument or debate, adopt the scientific method. And give others a chance to participate too. Ask them logical questions. And ask in such a way that they give you the answer themselves. Like you have to explain to someone that one should not come late to the office. So instead of giving a lecture on this, ask them what is the reason for being late. If they say there is more traffic, then you can ask what time do you start home? If they say 8, then you can suggest them to start half an hour earlier. With this, the other person will also get the solution. With this kind of scientific method, it becomes easier for everyone to understand their problems. And he also accepts your suggestion. But all this should not seem like an order. Rather, it should be spoken only with respect and understanding. Part 7: Rivals and Friends. Often we find rivals and friends in life. We start considering rivals as our enemies. And don't want to understand their point of view. We only listen to what our allies say. Agree with his views. We agree with their yes. But this puts us at risk of polarization. Meaning we become accustomed to the same types of thoughts. Whereas there are different types of thoughts in the world. Therefore, instead of taking sides of anyone, we should listen to everyone. And a common ground should be found. Because everyone has the same viewpoint on some issue or the other. With its help we can talk to rivals also with respect. One should listen to his words carefully. Some things may be useful. By accepting them we can also make them friends. Part 8: Motivational talking. We can also learn to motivate others with our words. The author has given the example of a woman. This woman belonged to some tribe. Once she had a child, but she was against vaccination. Because the people of his tribe had said that the vaccine weakens the child's brain. But then a motivational speaker went to that woman. And he asked some questions. 1. Have you ever seen a child who was vaccinated and went mad? In response to this, the woman said no. 2. Has any child died in your place who was not vaccinated? In response to this, the woman said that many children keep dying. When the woman gave this answer, her doubts automatically disappeared to some extent. Because the motivational speaker motivated the woman to think by asking appropriate questions. Motivator then explained how the vaccine works. And it has nothing to do with the brain. He also showed images and videos to the woman. The woman agreed to this and got her child vaccinated. Later on, her child did not suffer from any infectious disease. Seeing this, the woman started explaining to other women also. So friends, you too should not impose your opinions on others. Rather, motivate the other person to think by asking appropriate questions. With this you will also become a very good motivator. Part 9: Binary Issues. Many times we have to deal with two different groups whose ideologies are opposite to each other. Like the author once had to give a lecture to black and white people. If he spoke in the interest of one group, the other would get angry. Therefore, he presented the scientific facts very intelligently and asked both the groups for their opinions. Due to this, those people themselves told such points which even the author was not aware of. And in the end everyone agreed to help each other. That's why people never like preachy speech. Rather, statements based on evidence influence them more. Part 10: Rethinking in the Corporate World. There is a great need for rethinking in corporate culture also. Big companies that continue to follow the old pattern sink one day. Earlier Kodak was a very famous company which manufactured camera films. But when the digital revolution came, the camera started taking digital photos. Due to this, the Kodak company was closed. He did not prepare himself for new technology. In contrast, Nokia adopted digital and upgraded all its products. That's why this company still exists. In corporate, people have to do teamwork. Therefore, everyone will have to make a habit of rethinking. Everyone's opinion should be heard and only then a conclusion should be reached. Many times we can learn something new even from a wrong opinion. Therefore, instead of insulting such opinions, their points should be discussed. Tunnel vision. The author says that we should not always be completely tied to one goal. Rather, it should be evaluated from time to time. It is possible that with time a new situation may arise and you may have to change your goal. Many people make plans in life. Like which partner will you marry, where will you buy a house, what job will you do? Then they start trying to achieve those plans. But if we do not keep our mind open, then many times we will miss good opportunities coming from around the corner. Let's miss it too. Blindly chasing a single goal creates tunnel vision in us. And if any plan ever fails? In such a situation, we should understand that maybe that plan was a good one. No. And instead, we should have better options. We must remain flexible. This will happen only when we are ready to reconsider our thinking. Therefore, no goal or plan should be set in stone. One should also be prepared for change in it. Only then will we be able to live a successful life. Part 11 comes to a conclusion of this book summary. So friends, in this summary you learned that we spend a lot of time in forming our thoughts and beliefs and proving them correct. And spend very little time evaluating it. Whether those beliefs and reconsiderations are correct or they need to be improved. Therefore, after reconsideration, one should keep checking from time to time how accurate is today's method. Friends, I hope you have learned a lot from the Think Again summary. You may find this video long. We do not compromise on the content and quality of the book.
If this book summary like you valuable, please hit like button and subscribe our channel, Booksika. Thank you for listening. Keep learning, keep growing.